Na busca constante de pulsar conhecimento, a PUC Goiás encontra a sua essência. As veias desse organismo vivo se integram com histórias do agora e do futuro. Ensino, aprendizado e trabalho caminhando juntos para fazer a universidade que somos e seremos. São 62 anos de experiências memoráveis, sonhos realizados e vidas completamente transformadas. Uma estrutura viva, pulsante e inovadora, que faz da experiência de ser PUC uma jornada inspiradora. Juntos, abrimos novas oportunidades para fazer do presente o que queremos para o nosso futuro. Um futuro de caminhos carregados de sonhos que só vamos desbravar graças a cada um de vocês. Por isso, obrigada por fazer parte dessa grande história. PUC Goiás, 62 anos. O vislumbre do futuro, a experiência do presente.
O que fazer enquanto busco o tão sonhado diploma de curso superior? Passar em branco? Ou fazer a diferença? Viver só no seu quadrado? Ou explorar outros pontos de vista? Deixar que os outros falem por você? Ou defender o que você acredita? Esperar pelo futuro? Ou viver o presente ao máximo? Na PUC, você pode muito mais. Porque a PUC não garante só um diploma de renome no mundo todo, mas um mundo de possibilidades ao longo da jornada. Viva a experiência de ser PUC, escolha sua forma de ingresso e faça o seu caminho numa universidade completa, com mais de 60 anos de tradição e as melhores avaliações no MEC. PUC Goiás, uma experiência de vida.
Boa noite a todos, queria agradecer a presença de vocês. Meu nome é Paulo Gonzaga, sou responsável pela assessoria de Relações Internacionais da PUC Goiás e também professor de administração da Escola de Direito, Negócios e Comunicação. Grande prazer tê-los aqui com vocês para o lançamento dessa nova parceria da PUC Goiás, uma parceria com a Universidade de Dayton, Ohio, nos Estados Unidos, por meio da sua Escola de Direito. Então, essa parceria vai ser para proporcionar aos nossos alunos um mestrado online, 100% online, com bolsa parcial, e além de todas essas vantagens, esse mestrado também, após a conclusão, o nosso aluno poderá prestar o exame da ordem americana no estado da Califórnia ou no estado de Washington. E, mediante a aprovação, vai poder exercer a profissão nos Estados Unidos. Então, uma parceria que a gente tem se orgulhado bastante, e não vou dar mais detalhes, não vou dar nenhum spoiler, porque a nossa convidada de hoje, a doutora Margarete Ionides, né, que vai, vamos dizer, dar todas essas informações gerais, como é que vocês vão poder se inscrever, quais são os requisitos, qual que é o prazo para a gente inscrever, quais são as datas no ano em que o curso vai se iniciar. Vou deixar tudo para a doutora Margaret, né? E antes de eu passar a palavra para ela, eu vou fazer um agradecimento em inglês, pessoal, e assim, logo depois desse agradecimento, rapidinho, a doutora Margaret vai começar a sua fala. So, Margaret, before I pass the word to you, I would like to thank not only you, but also Walter and Monica for being available tonight to help us to spread the word on our partnership. PUC Goiás is extremely happy with this partnership, and I do hope it provides both of our universities with lots of accomplishments and success. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and the word is yours, Margaret.
Thank you so much, Paulo. It is an honor to be here tonight. Thank you to PUC Goiás, to all the participants who are in tonight's webinar. On behalf of University of Dayton School of Law, we are thrilled to be here tonight and be able to discuss in more detail the partnership that we've been working on for well over 1 year now. It's been a lot of discussions, great discussions, and a wonderful opportunity to get to meet members of the PUC Goiás team, especially Paulo. It's been a pleasure getting to work with you. And you will hear from me at the start of the presentation. You will also hear from one of our first students and graduates from the program, who also happens to be from Brazil, Monica Hayes. So we hope you stay tuned to the end of the presentation so you'll have an opportunity to meet Monica as well. We will have opportunities for question and answer. I noticed a lot of the comments already, so thank you for the warm welcome. Please feel free to use the comment feature during the presentation tonight. And Paulo, please feel free to interrupt me if there are any questions. I'm happy to answer them in real time. We'll also have an opportunity for question and answer at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen and go through the PowerPoints that we prepared. All right, I hope everyone is seeing the presentation in full screen mode. Once again, it is an honor to be here tonight. I think we have about 1 hour scheduled for tonight's webinar. Hopefully during the course of the presentation, you'll have a better understanding of the University of Dayton, how law practice is in the United States, including different types of law programs and law licensure in the United States, a discussion of our online LLM program, and more specifically, a discussion about the partnership highlights with PUC Goiás. We'll wrap up tonight's presentation with a discussion of the application process, upcoming webinars that we're having, and an opportunity for you to get to meet one of our students and recent graduates.
Margaret.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, but could you put in exhibition mode?
Yes, is it not showing in presentation?
It is, but you know, the exhibition mode would be better.
Okay, let's see. Is this one, is it showing now?
It is, but not at the exhibition mode. That I think you do it right up the screen on the PowerPoint menu.
Okay. Is it now showing in the full screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, let me stop sharing and I'll try something different.
How about reading mode?
Okay, let's try it again.
It also works.
Okay. All right, do you see the screen now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay. Is it now showing in slideshow?
Not yet, Margaret.
Let's see. Is this better?
Bruno, melhorou? Não, né? Did you put in the reading mode, Margaret?
I have it in presenter mode. I tried it in full screen. Let's see.
Do you have the exhibition mode? Option?
I don't. I have the full screen option.
Bruna, ela só tem a tela cheia, a opção de tela cheia.
Embaixo, esse menu aí pode ser mais compacto. Embaixo, onde ela clicou para o modo apresentação, deve ter o modo leitura. Próximo ao zoom, canto inferior direito.
Ok. On your left lower side.
Ok.
Aí como é que chama o comando, Bruno?
Modo leitura.
Yes. Reading mode. Right below.
Yes.
On your yes.
Okay. Is this one working?
Excelente.
Melhorou, né, Bruno?
Perfeito. Ok.
Perfect.
All right. See, we got there with
Thank you so
patience.
much.
Excellent. Thank you. You're an excellent professor, Paulo.
No.
All right. Well, we're going to give it another shot. I learned something new. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Perfect. Well, we will go ahead and skip ahead. I think now everyone has already had a chance to meet me. I'm the program director, which means I work with all aspects of the online LLM program. This is a picture of our university in Dayton, Ohio. I actually enjoyed watching the video at the beginning of tonight's presentation. I look forward to having the opportunity to visit the university in person, and we invite all of you to visit us in Dayton, Ohio. Dayton is actually located in the state of Ohio, which is in the Midwest of the United States. University of Dayton is actually a historic university founded in 1850. We're a top-tier national university and one of the 10 best Catholic universities in the United States. We have about 11,000 students studying on campus, and the law school has actually been accredited since 1975, with history dating back to 1922. As additional background on law practice in the United States, admission to the bar is determined on a state-by-state basis. So typically for those students interested in studying law in the United States, and I went to law school myself, you typically get a bachelor's degree in any field, and then you apply to go to law school. It's a graduate program, and it's typically a 3-year course of study, and the degree is a Juris Doctor. After that, students apply for admission on a state-by-state basis for where they want to practice law. So the requirements to practice law are not determined on a federal level, rather they are determined on a state level. And when you finish law school, you plan to take a bar exam offered in a particular state, and the state sets those requirements. So there are different requirements that states look at, including legal education, which will be the focus for today's webinar. They also look at character and fitness, complete a background check, and then you complete the bar exam. For US graduates that plan to take the bar exam, they've typically completed the Juris Doctor degree, which is the first degree in law. But about 35 US jurisdictions, so that's 35 states in the United States, do allow admission of foreign educated law school graduates. If you'd like additional information on this, I'd encourage you to visit the National Conference of Bar Examiners website. We've included the link here. They put together a comprehensive guide to bar admissions. Chart 4 provides detailed information state by state for foreign educated law school graduates. So as you consider this, you'll see that of those states that do allow admission of foreign educated law school graduates, they usually look at different factors, including whether an applicant is coming from a civil law versus a common law country, whether an applicant is licensed overseas or has been practicing overseas, and whether an applicant has gotten additional education at an American Bar Association approved law school. The American Bar Association is the accrediting body for law schools in the United States. And as I mentioned earlier, University of Dayton School of Law is accredited by the American Bar Association. For those foreign educated applicants who are interested in taking the bar exam in the United States and being licensed by a state in the United States, and many times additional education is needed. This is especially true if somebody is a recent graduate from law school and if they earned their law degree from a civil law country. In those cases where additional education is required, that is typically done through an LLM degree. And the curriculum for that degree is focused on US law. So what is an LLM degree? I suspect many of you probably already know the answer, but I'll go ahead and give a little bit of background. An LLM is a Master of Laws degree. This is a postgraduate law degree, and to be admitted into an LLM program, students typically have to have completed their first degree in law. Understand that many of you in tonight's webinar are completing that degree or may have already completed that degree. An LLM, because a first degree in law is a requirement for admission, an LLM typically is in a specialized field of study. And they usually take approximately 1 year of full-time study to complete. So again, we mentioned at the start of tonight's webinar that in the US, the first degree in law is a Juris Doctor. That's typically a 3-year program. We know that in Brazil, it is a bachelor's in law degree that again is several years of law study. And so in order to pursue the LLM, that first degree in law needs to be completed, and then you move in, take the LLM, and it's in a specialized field of study. So the focus of tonight's webinar and this partnership is with the online LLM program that University of Dayton School of Law offers. The specialization for our LLM is in American and transnational law. Historically, students would have to travel to the US and study on campus in Dayton, Ohio in order to earn this LLM degree. But starting in 2019, we actually began offering a fully online LLM option. It's 100% online. It's offered in an asynchronous format, and that allows students from all over the world to be able to pursue the LLM degree at the dates and times that work well for them and at an affordable cost. The curriculum for the online LLM program is focused on US law and legal practice. By having this focus, we also help students establish a path to bar eligibility if they are interested in doing that. And if they're not interested in pursuing the bar, it's okay. You will, at the end of this LLM degree, have a solid foundation in US law and legal practice. Because our curriculum is focused on US law and legal practice, most students in the program are foreign educated law school graduates. The reason is that US students have already taken these courses as part of their Juris Doctor studies. So most of the students pursuing our LLM online receive their law degree outside the United States and are interested in getting a better understanding of US law and the legal system, as well as potentially establishing a basis for bar admission in the United States. The curriculum online consists of 12 courses. We'll show the curriculum a few slides from now. And through this partnership with PUC Goiás, you are eligible as students in your bachelor program or graduates from your Bachelor of Law program. You are able to apply credits from your PUC Goiás studies towards the LLM degree, and you're able to finish with only 8 courses rather than 12 courses. The normal course of study is 1 year over 3 semesters, and we have classes that start in January, in May, and in August. Students can complete the program in as little as 1 year, but do have up to 3 years if they'd like to take a little bit longer. So I also already gave a little bit of a preview of the partnership. There are 3 main highlights. The first is you are able, if you are still pursuing your bachelor's degree in law, you are able to get an early start on your LLM studies. So while you are still finishing your first law degree, you can simultaneously begin your LLM studies. As I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, an LLM degree is a graduate degree in law. Normally, people who are interested in applying for the LLM, when I meet with them, I ask, have you completed your first degree in law? If they haven't, they're not eligible to apply. But through this partnership, you are eligible to get to apply early and to get an early start on your LLM studies. Also, you're able to apply up to 10 credits towards the LLM degree. For those of you who have already earned your bachelor's degree from PUC Goiás and you've completed your law studies, you're able to apply right away, and up front, you're able to get 10 credits applied towards the LLM degree and earn the degree again with 20 credits and only 8 courses. We talked about the credit recognition for those students still pursuing the bachelor's degree in law. So if you are currently pursuing your bachelor's degree in law, if you have started your 8th semester of study, you're eligible to apply for the LLM program. And if you've taken any of these courses on the left side of the screen, you've received a grade of 8 or higher, you are able to apply those credits towards the LLM degree up to a total of 10 credits. If you've already graduated and you have the degree conferred, then you don't need to worry about the individual courses and the grades. We are able to apply a lump sum of 10 credits towards the LLM degree because you have completed your law studies already. The other benefit that students have, and this would be the third benefit, is a guaranteed scholarship. We are able to offer over a 70% scholarship on the cost of the LLM program. You'll see the math is included here. The scholarship is actually awarded on a per credit basis. It's $762 per credit, and that is applied to the per credit published tuition rate of $1,237 per credit. So that reduces to $475 per credit, the amount due. Over the course of 20 credits, the total comes to $9,500 for the tuition. There are no other fees for the LLM program other than $25 of university fees per semester. That's it. There are no reading materials, no expenses for reading materials or other costs associated with the program. And that tuition is paid each semester as students progress through the program. And it's based on how many credits a student takes in that semester. So we've talked about the credits. You'll see here, these courses together make up the 30 credits for the LLM curriculum. There are 12 courses. In green are those courses that are required of all students. Together, they make up 12 credits. The remaining 8 credits can be selected from any of the other courses, and students can earn the degree at 20 credits. Again, that's based on the partnership and the credit recognition award, either through transfer credit or advanced standing. Of course, if students are interested in taking the full 30 credits, that's possible as well. Sometimes students do prefer to do that because they want to get the strongest foundation in US law and have the maximum opportunities in terms of bar eligibility as well. So I think I've covered a lot of this information already, but just to summarize, the program is 100% online in an asynchronous format, offered during 3 semesters per year in January, in May, and in August. Students can complete the degree in as little as 1 year or in up to 3 years, and by doing so would take anywhere from 1 to 4 classes each semester. The curriculum that we've built is aligned with what the requirements are for foreign educated law school graduates applying for admission in either the Washington or California state bars. So we won't go through the full online format, but we wanted to give you a snapshot of what the courses would look like and what our learning management system looks like. So this is actually a screenshot that we took from one of our online LLM courses. You'll see that there's a mandatory midterm exam and a mandatory final exam in all of the courses. And then you'll see that the course is broken up into units. And at the end of each unit are the deadlines for each segment of the course. So for instance, in Unit 1, students started on August 23rd, but had until September 12th to complete all the lectures and assignments associated with that unit. That gives students a lot of flexibility to be able to work through the course at their own pace, but at the same time, it keeps the class moving through the course at the same time. We currently have over 80 students in the program with over 30 countries represented. I think we have about 12 to 13 students from Brazil in the program right now. Because the program is asynchronous, we also try to provide tools to help students plan ahead and stay on track. Again, this is a preview from our Introduction to U.S. Law course. Students know exactly what the learning objectives are within each of the units, what the expectations are, as well as what the key deadlines. We also think it's really important for students to be able to have a personal connection with their professors and with their classmates. And so here you see a short video from Professor Ianello, who actually teaches the Introduction to U.S. Law course. You'll also see announcements discussing live review sessions and office hours. In every class, there are, starting in January, going to be a minimum of 4 live sessions with the professor. That is separate from live events that we organize through the online LLM program. This semester, we not only had an orientation that's highlighted here, we also had specialized webinars on the bar exam, planning ahead for the bar exam, and on career opportunities that are available for LLM students. As I mentioned earlier, there are not any additional fees for the online LLM program. Reading materials are included within each course. In addition, we offer free career counseling services through a dedicated office at the law school. In addition, students have access to supplemental study guides and resources to help reinforce the concepts in each of the courses, and also free access to online library resources. So if you are interested in applying for the program, we actually have a special website set up for the PUC Goiás students and graduates. We have the link included here. On that site, you'll be able to link directly to the application for the program. You can also link to the list of approved credential evaluation agencies, and you'll also see step-by-step instructions for the application process. A lot of students will ask me about the credential evaluation. It's a fairly straightforward process, especially if students opt to use Spantran, which is a company that actually has set a portal just for our students. You're able to upload your transcripts there, and they're able to complete the evaluation, and we're able to access that right away. For those of you who are still pursuing your bachelor's degree in law, you don't need the credential evaluation in the application process. We just will need a copy of your transcripts from PUC Goiás and just a verification of good academic standing. We also get a lot of questions about English proficiency. If you've taken the TOEFL or IELTS within the past 2 years, that's great. You can provide us with the score report. If not, we do have a waiver and we accept alternate proof of proficiency. That could be an alternate English assessment that you took. It could be other documentation such as coursework that you took where the medium of instruction was in English, and maybe you participated in an exchange program in the United States or in an English-speaking country. Those are all things that we can consider. Typically, when there is a waiver request, we also schedule an individual Zoom meeting where we also have an opportunity to evaluate your English proficiency. Our main focus is making sure that English won't be an obstacle as you pursue the LLM degree, and that students have the sufficient proficiency to be able to succeed in the program. In terms of the personal statement, sometimes students ask, well, how long should it be or what should we highlight? This is usually 1 to 2 pages, and it's just a statement from the student identifying their interest in the field of law and their interest and why they're interested in pursuing the LLM degree. And last but not least, we get questions about recommendation letters. These are typically provided from professors, supervisors, internship supervisors, employment supervisors, basically people that can speak to your background in law, your professionalism, and either from an academic perspective if they were your professors, or from a professional perspective if they were former employers. If you don't have recommendation letters, it's okay. You can also list your recommenders and provide their contact information in the application. And last but not least, if you are a licensed attorney, we do ask for a copy of your attorney registration card, but a law license is not required for admission into the program. Once submitted, completed applications are typically reviewed within 1 to 2 weeks. We're actually recruiting right now for our next semester that will begin on January 6th. The deadline for that will be December 1st. I've included, once again, the link for the website page that has additional information on the partnership and on the application process. You may also reach out directly to Walter or myself. We're happy to answer any questions. I've included Monica's information in an upcoming slide. So please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions about the online LLM program. I'd also like to take the opportunity to extend a personal invitation to our high-tech and high-demand emerging global trends in law and technology webinar series. We actually had our first event last week. We have a webinar actually tomorrow. So any of you interested in cryptocurrency and regulations surrounding that, I'd encourage you to join us. You can register for that event as well as our upcoming seminars by visiting our Google site. You're also able there to access the recording from our last presentation. Priority for registration is given to our current students as well as students and graduates from our partner universities. So this is not an event that is open to the public, but we hope that you will join us for this Law in Tech seminar series. The reason that we organize this event is because we found that this is a growing field. There are lots of job opportunities all over the world, and it is a field that transcends legal boundaries and country boundaries. And so it's very important to be able to have an understanding of the regulatory framework in different jurisdictions around the world, if this is a field that you might be interested in. So again, we encourage you to join us. We also, on November 5th, have our last in the Law in the Americas webinar series. The focus is on right to protest. We will actually have 2 professors presenting, one from University of Dayton School of Law, and the other is a thought leader from Latin American Law School. And so we're looking forward to that event. Again, you can learn more and register by visiting our website. So I would like, at this point, I will stop sharing my screen and turn things over to my colleague, Monica Hayes. She actually is one of the first students in the online LLM program, the first graduate and the first to pass the bar exam. She was licensed in Brazil and also is now licensed in the District of Columbia. She's also currently working as the Assistant Vice President in the Office of General Counsel with Credit Suisse. So with that, Monica, I'm going to stop sharing and turn things over to you.
Bruno, agora a Mônica, por favor.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Margaret. Thank you, Professor Paulo. It's truly an honor to be here in this inauguration of this partnership, which I'm sure it will benefit many of the students from PUC Goiás. and I'm here to be and serve as an example to all of you that are finishing your studies, your bacharel courses, and for those of you that have finished, that it is possible to achieve and accomplish this program. It was a great program for me. I've been living in the United States since 2015. And as a licensed attorney in Brazil, I wanted to be able to join the workforce here in the United States, and also having the flexibility to participate in a program that would give me the option to study online, as I move around quite a bit because of my husband's job. So I couldn't commit to one place. So the University of Dayton was perfect. At the time I joined the University of Dayton, I was living in Dayton, Ohio. So I was able to go and see the campus and meet some of the register employees, which was great. It's a beautiful campus. I truly invite anyone that wants to visit the campus. It's really beautiful. And then I took the course. When I started with the first class, it was only possible to finish the program in 1.5 years, and that's how much I took. I signed up for every credit possible, and I was eager to learn and be eligible to sit for the bar. And now all of you can do the same program with less time. Of course, you're going to have the credits like Professor Margaret explained from the partnership, and also the full program. Even if you do the 30 credits, you can also finish that in 1 year, which is great. And then you're equipped to either join the workforce or be better equipped to serve your jobs in Brazil or whatever you go to work after you graduate. So I'm available to all of you. If you have any questions on how to prepare yourself to face this program, throughout the program, there's a lot of challenges for a foreign attorney. It's not always easy, but with our help and your determination, I'm sure you can succeed. And also, if you have any questions about the bar exam and all the steps that you need to take for the bar, I'm also at your disposal. You're going to have my contact details. Feel free to send me an email, send me a WhatsApp message. We Brazilians, we like to use WhatsApp, so do that. Contact me, and I'll be more than glad to clarify any questions or help you out in any way that I can, really. And I'm open for questions today as well. If you have any questions, you can post on the comments or Professor Paulo can send them my way. Back to you, Margaret or Professor Paulo.
Oh, Paulo, you're on mute, Paulo.
Yes.
Thanks, Monica.
I'm so sorry.
No
Thank you
worries.
so much, Margaret and Monica, for being here with us tonight. As I said before, PUC Goiás is very happy with this partnership. It's a great opportunity for our students, and I hope this partnership brings a lot of benefits to both of our institutions. As Margaret was speaking, no questions. Actually, I have one question right now, but a lot of people are saying, thank you, Margaret, and thank you, University of Dayton, for the opportunity. And we have a question, Margaret, for you. Actually, I don't know if you can read it in the screen. Can you? The last one? I
can. And I want to thank everyone as well. This is such a warm welcome. I feel like I'm in Brazil. This is just wonderful. So thank you. And I'm not familiar with the platform. So Isabel and Marcos, thank you for the special note as well. And I do see the question, how many options of payment are we going to have? Does everything need to be paid up front, or are there installments? So the payments are made. That's a great question. The payments are made as students go through the program. So every semester, and we have classes starting in January, May, and August. So for example, if a student starts in January, they can expect, once they are registered and the semester starts, they will then receive a bill for the tuition for that semester. The bill includes how many credits a student is taking, and then it's just times $475 under this partnership per credit. And that would be the payment. So if a student started with one course, let's say Introduction to US Law, which is a 2-credit course, the tuition would be $950, and then there $25 in university fees. That would be all that is paid in that first semester. If a student decided to take 10 credits, which would be 4 courses, then it would be $4,750 plus $25 of university fees. That would be the cost. And again, that would be payable during the semester. There are not installment payments within the semester. It's a one-time payment, and those can be made in one of 2 ways. One is by wire transfer. We actually use a third-party site. I believe it's Flywire, and TouchNet is another one. Otherwise, it can also be paid by credit card, or if a student has a bank account in the US, that's another option as well. So we've seen all those variations. Our Office of Student Accounts actually works closely with international students, and so we've been able to work through a lot of those processes.
Okay, thanks, Margaret. Daphne Turmin asked the same question, okay? She asked in Portuguese, and I can answer, Daphne, né? Não parcela o pagamento é realizado de uma vez só, né? À medida que você faz a matrícula nas disciplinas e aí o pagamento deverá ser feito, né? Se você faz uma disciplina, um crédito, ou 2 créditos, né? Você vai multiplicar por 472, que é o valor do crédito, e aí você vai pagar aí os seus $800, $900, mais $25 de taxa acadêmica, que deverão ser pagos aí todo o semestre. Certinho, Daphne? Foi o que ela acabou de responder aí para a Moa. Mais alguma pergunta, tanto para a Mônica como para a Margaret, pessoal?
Okay, I see the question coming in about the bar exam. So I can cover a little bit of this, and then Monica, probably you can share your perspective, because I took the bar exam a long time ago. I'm pretty old, so I took the bar exam in 1996. Monica has much more recent information. But I would just say the most important thing is to plan ahead. So if any of you are considering taking the bar exam in the United States, I would encourage you to visit that link that was included in the PowerPoints. And Paulo, I'm fine with sharing the PowerPoints with the students. Please feel free. If you start there, you'll be able to see state by state what the requirements are, and then you can go directly to the state bar website as well, and you can get additional information there. The bar exam is typically, it's a multiple choice and essay exam that is administered twice a year in every state. So February and July are when students take the bar exam. And it is about a 1-year process to go through the application and screening. So Monica, I'll let you share a little bit more about it.
Sure. I'll take the liberty and speak a little bit in Portuguese to them, Margaret, if you don't mind.
I love it, actually. I might learn something.
I know you can understand, so... Yeah. Então, acho que foi o Guilherme que perguntou sobre o bar, né, Guilherme? E também para todos que tenham interesse. Como a Margarete falou, é um processo longo, então é um processo que é interessante se você for iniciar o EUA agora e você tem essa intenção de fazer o bar no final do programa, é interessante já começar a se informar e providenciar a burocracia do bar exam já desde o início. Porque realmente, uma das partes do bar exam, o bar exam aqui nos Estados Unidos, parecido com o do Brasil, são algumas etapas. Uma das etapas do bar exam aqui é um character and fitness, processo que você tem que fazer, onde vai ser uma análise do que é o seu background, né? Então, você vai colocar todos os seus endereços, a sua informação profissional, as suas referências. E para advogados estrangeiros, demora essa análise. A minha análise demorou 8 meses. E sem o resultado desse Character and Fitness, você, em muitos estados, não pode sit for the bar, você não pode sentar para fazer a prova, numa tradução literal aí. Então, isso é importante. E são coisas que eu, por exemplo, quando eu fui fazer o bar, eu não tive toda essa informação, toda a assessoria. Então, foi bem assim, aquela correria, meu Deus, o que eu preciso fazer? São tantos formulários, são muitas informações, são muitos documentos a serem providenciados. Então, é muito importante vocês terem essa visão. Se querem fazer o bar, já começarem a se preparar. O bar é uma prova difícil, não é impossível. Eu achava que eu não passaria na primeira tentativa. Graças a Deus eu passei. Você vai precisar estudar bastante, você vai fazer um cursinho complementar, paralelo, muitas vezes, ao término do Master's Degree. Mas você, a exemplo do Brasil também, como nós temos a primeira fase, a segunda fase da OAB, você vai conseguir, no final dessas provas, e dos simulados que você faz, e do cursinho preparatório, ter uma boa visão do que você está precisando melhorar antes de você sentar para fazer a prova, né? De você fazer a aplicação direta. Então, o bar aqui é composto de 3 etapas. Nós temos uma prova só de responsabilidade profissional, que é aplicada num dia separado, e nós temos 2 dias de provas do bar, exatamente. E, em geral, o programa, que eu acho que isso é muito importante, bem rapidamente, só para vocês terem uma ideia. Quando eu fiz o programa da Dayton, eu não tinha certeza se a base que eu ia adquirir durante o Masters ia ser o suficiente para eu estar pronta para fazer a prova do bar. Então, eu me matriculei no curso preparatório do bar, e aqui nos Estados Unidos temos alguns cursos preparatórios que são bem conhecidos e que a gente pode ajudar vocês nessas escolhas também e prestar essa assessoria durante o seu curso do LLM. Isso tudo está dentro desse pacote da Universidade de Dayton, que é super importante, porque tem essa assessoria no advancement da carreira e também da preparação para o bar. Então, quando eu fiz o curso preparatório, eu fui fazer o curso e eu pensei, bom, vamos ver agora o quão bom foi aquela pós-graduação. Porque se eu chegar no curso agora e começar a ver muita coisa que eu não vi na pós-graduação, isso não vai ser legal. Mas a minha surpresa foi uma surpresa boa na época, porque tudo que estava disposto no curso preparatório, eu já tinha visto durante o LLM, e foi realmente... Assim, lógico que o EUA é um tempo condensado, né? Você tem muita matéria, muita informação para um ano, mas foi possível eu aprender um pouquinho de cada coisa. Então, durante o cursinho preparatório, nada foi novidade para mim. Então, acho que isso é legal vocês terem essa ideia de que realmente o curso preparatório da Dayton, sejam os 20 créditos, ou se você optar por fazer os 30 créditos, ele vai te dar uma base muito boa de US Legal System. Diferente de alguns outros cursos que estão focados em áreas específicas, como, por exemplo, se você for fazer um LLM em Tech ou um LLM em Tax, alguma coisa mais específica, a sua base de US Legal System vai ser menor, obviamente, porque você vai ter que focar numa área de concentração diferenciada. Então, para quem tem essa intenção de fazer o bar, é realmente um programa tailored para isso, né? É feito para esse propósito e vai te dar essa base. E aí, olha, gente, é isso. É estudar, é se dedicar, como vocês já estão fazendo no seu curso de graduação, é sentar. Eu estudei aproximadamente 6 horas por dia durante 3 meses anteriores ao bar exam, e eu fiz finalizando com o Masters. Então, foram horas e horas de estudo, mas que valeram a pena, e que agora eu estou aplicando cada parte do aprendizado nessa nova profissão aí que eu estou com Credit Suisse, então, no departamento de Data Privacy. Então, também, se alguém tiver dúvidas sobre a sua carreira pós-LLM, a sua carreira pós passar no bar, porque eu sei que todos vão conseguir passar de uma forma ou de outra, também estamos à disposição para falar um pouquinho sobre o mercado de trabalho nos Estados Unidos, como funciona, o que fazer, enfim. Espero que tenha conseguido responder aí resumidamente a pergunta do Guilherme.
Thanks a lot, Monica. We have a lot of questions for you and also Margaret. But before, I would like to answer, she asked in Portuguese. Just a second. Somebody asked. Okay, Bruna Thiago. Bruna perguntou se essa parceria inclui egressos. Sim, tá? A nossa parceria, Bruna, inclui, né, os nossos alunos regularmente matriculados e que já tenham, vamos dizer, concluído 7 períodos do curso e para quem já formou também. Então, essa parceria é para ambos esses dois grupos de alunos aí, né? Os que já estão, os que já formaram e os que ainda estão concluindo o curso. Please, Monica and Margaret, we have some questions in English. Can you read it, Margaret?
Sure, and actually there was a follow-up question. I think I may have understood what the question was, and it relates to what you just asked. A student was saying that she's graduating in February of 2021. Would she be able to apply, and if so, on what basis? Did I get the translation correct?
That's right, great,
All
perfect.
right, okay.
Is she going to be considered an alumni or
Perfect.
a regular student? That's right. Congratulations.
So, yes, thank you. So the partnership will actually extend whether you're a student or a graduate. What we look at is if the degree is conferred in February, it all depends on when the study was completed. So if you have finished all of the degree requirements, you're just waiting for the degree to be conferred, then we would apply the advanced standing of 10 credits. If you are actively still taking courses, when you start the program, well, then we will need to look at the transfer credit. So it just depends on where a student is. But yes, you would be able to apply for the upcoming January semester. I know there was a question related as well to not guaranteeing bar eligibility. I think, Monica, you may have addressed that. And just to clarify as well, because each person's bar application is evaluated on an individual basis, including character and fitness and other aspects, we cannot guarantee individual bar eligibility. What we can say is when California or Washington State ask our registrar's office to certify that a student took certain courses that are required, that form the curricular requirements for legal education, we are able to say, yes, we do that, but that we cannot guarantee the bar eligibility.
There's a question, Margaret, yes, about the system of evaluation, if there's a thesis to present in the end of the
yes. So thank you, Monica. No, there's not a thesis requirement. There is a legal research and writing course. So remember, there are 12 courses. 5 courses are required for all students. One of those is a legal analysis, reasoning, research, and communication course. It does not include a thesis, but it does include a research assignment and a written project, similar to what somebody would complete in law practice in the United States. So it could be a memo to the court or a brief to the court, but it is not a thesis. And then the last question, and then I'll turn it over, Monica, to you for some of the questions in Portuguese that you probably can reply better than I. The vision of U.S. law firms about foreign lawyers. We actually just had a webinar for our students on this subject. And, you know, it just depends on the area of law and the law firm. For those fields, whether it is immigration, tax, investments, business law, trade, law and tech, those are all fields of law where having knowledge of multiple jurisdictions' laws and also having multilingual abilities makes students very desirable candidates for positions. And so adding in, if you have dual licensure, it certainly gives you an advantage. So yes, there is a market for foreign educated law school graduates with LLMs in US law firms, also within companies. And that also there are opportunities both in the US and also outside the US, because again, most of these large law firms and companies have offices all over the world. And I don't think there's a time limit for alumni. So again, regardless of when you have graduated, you would be eligible to apply. So Monica, I turn it over to you now.
Yes. There's a question here from Giovanna Xavier about the bar if it's not a unified exam like it is in Brazil. Então, não é um exame unificado aqui. Aqui nos Estados Unidos, cada jurisdição ou cada estado aplica o seu próprio exame. Existe um exame que é do UBE, que é Uniform Bar Exam, que alguns estados adotam, então, mas não é obrigatório. Então, alguns estados adotam esse UBE e seguem essa prova padrão, mas cada estado tem a sua própria regra, quais são os requisitos para a qualificação, de que forma eles vão aplicar, se pode ter consulta ou não. Eu já adianto que a maioria não pode ter consulta nenhuma, absolutamente, é sempre closed book, o que é sempre muito difícil. Nós que estamos acostumados com o civil law, com bastante regra e códigos e regras impressas, e depois você chega aqui, é tudo case law, então precisa ter essa coisa da memorização, etc. Mas então, cada estado tem a sua própria regra para aplicação do bar. E é por isso também, a Margarete já explicou, mas eu só vou reforçar, é por isso que na página da universidade, eles falam que não tem garantia de elegibilidade, porque cada estado vai analisar aquele candidato individualmente e verificar se o background daquele candidato se adequa às regras daquela jurisdição. Em regras gerais, nós sabemos que a Califórnia, o estado de Washington e o estado de DC, onde eu fiz a minha prova, no momento que eu fiz a minha prova, eles entenderam que eu tinha elegibilidade. Mas pode ser que daqui a um ano, quando alguém for fazer o application, eles falem, não, no momento nós não aceitamos foreign attorneys vindo do Brasil ou da Guatemala. Então, cada estado realmente tem muita liberdade em mudar essas regras. Então, a universidade, obviamente, não pode garantir que daqui a um ano e meio, ou 2 anos, quando o aluno for terminar, que as regras serão as mesmas ainda, tá?
Thanks. Also, Marcos would like to know how many credits are required for semester.
We don't have a minimum number of credits. In fact, if students want to take a leave of absence for a semester, they are able to do that. Our courses range from 2 credits to 4 credits. So if you only want to take 1 class, it would be 2 credits, would be the minimum. And in terms of the time commitment, if you are taking a 2-credit class, you're looking at about 10 hours per week to study and prepare for that class.
Muito bem. Mais alguma pergunta para a Mônica e para a Margaret, pessoal? I think we covered all the questions, right? Can you help me over there? I think we did.
I think so. I'm scrolling down here, but I don't see any new.
Yeah, I scrolled through them as well, but they were excellent questions. And I mean,
Yes.
Really, this has been just such a warm welcome. And we really appreciate, Paulo, the opportunity to be here tonight. I'm so glad the technology worked. I think it was user error on my part at the beginning, so I learned something new about PowerPoint.
It happens to all of us. Margaret, don't worry about it. But anyway, I would love to thank you, both of you, plus Walter. And it was a huge success, in my opinion, the kickoff of this partnership. And I think, as time goes by, we're going to have a lot of more questions. But, we have the link, we have the site. And from now on, I think that we are going to be able to answer all these questions. And I would like to say something in Portuguese to thank the participants, if you don't mind. I think I got 2 more questions here.
Yes.
Is there any scholarships for the program? I think you talked about it, Margaret. But
we did the guaranteed. Yes, the pricing that we discussed tonight is over 70% scholarship, which is available through the partnership. And Samuel, I look forward to having the opportunity to come to Brazil. So who knows? Maybe next year, maybe in 2022, God willing. So.
Então, Maria Luísa, né, os 70% de desconto devido à nossa parceria, ao nosso acordo, né, que vai ser dado com base em cada crédito, tá? Então, 70%. Então, em vez de você pagar $1.200 por cada crédito, né, você vai pagar aí $492 por crédito. Então, essa é a primeira bolsa, uma bolsa parcial que a gente está oferecendo aí. Né? Pessoal, eu gostaria muito de agradecer vocês, os participantes, né? Eu acho que a fala da Margaret e a fala da Mônica veio reforçar, né, a questão da internacionalização. Hoje, a internacionalização não é porque é um negócio bonito, é um negócio glamuroso, mas as universidades, independente onde ela esteja localizada, independente do tamanho dela, tá? Ela tem que se preocupar com isso. A universidade hoje tem que formar um profissional que não, vamos dizer, vai atuar, que seja capaz de atuar somente naquela região ou no país. Qualquer universidade hoje, né, que esteja preocupada com a educação superior, tem que formar esse profissional para atuar em qualquer lugar do mundo. Não só o advogado, não só o enfermeiro, não só o engenheiro. Tá? Então, essa que é, vamos dizer, a filosofia, o objetivo básico de qualquer processo de internacionalização. E vocês viram aí a Mônica, né? Que exemplo maravilhoso, inclusive, não vou cansar de agradecer a Mônica por estar disponível hoje, eu já sabia, eu tinha conhecimento, né, que a Mônica havia se formado na Dayton, e que já estava trabalhando aí, que passou no bar, né? Então, quando o Walter me falou há 2 dias atrás que a Mônica estava disponível, eu fiquei extremamente satisfeito, porque a Mônica, vamos dizer, é um exemplo claro, né? Um exemplo real aí da finalidade da nossa universidade. Então, como eu disse no início, essa chance, nessa parceria com Dayton, que a gente tem muito orgulho, não só, vamos dizer, por ser uma universidade de extrema importância nos Estados Unidos, de uma boa reputação, mas também vai ser um diferencial para vocês, alunos do Direito, e egressos também, né, do curso de Direito da PUC Goiás. Né? Vocês vão se preparar, vocês vão aprender inglês, as coisas são passo a passo, né? E vocês podem ter essa chance, como a Mônica teve, né? E vocês podem aí buscar esse título internacional e buscar, vamos dizer, a capacitação, a aprovação para vocês trabalharem aí no exterior, nos Estados Unidos, e como a Mônica disse, em qualquer lugar do mundo, tá? Então, eu agradeço muito. O site, passei para vocês o link aí, né, onde vocês vão poder obter mais informações no site lá da Dayton, já está a nossa parceria, e vocês poderão obter mais informações e solicitar, caso vocês tenham alguma dúvida. Eu também deixei o e-mail da ARI, né, Assessoria de Relações Internacionais, nosso e-mail é ari@pucgoias.edu.br. Por favor, eu já tenho as cópias dos slides da Margaret, se vocês quiserem, basta mandar um e-mail e solicitar. E muito obrigado a todos. Margaret, Mônica, again, and Walter, thank you so much for being here with us tonight, and I do hope that this partnership is going to be a huge success, okay, to both universities. Thank you so much. And we'll keep talking.
Fabulous. Well, this is the first of many conversations and many webinars. So thank you.
That's for sure. Thank you so much, guys. Mônica, please.
Thank you so much. Foi um prazer. O prazer foi imenso. Por favor, quero ouvir de vocês notícias dos alunos, de como estão indo, perguntas. Por favor, me usem.
Então, pessoal, olha só, como a Margaret falou, né, até 1º de dezembro, nós estamos recebendo aí, né, as inscrições, né, e aí mais dúvidas vocês podem tirar no próprio site da Dayton, ou então mandar um e-mail para mim, lá para a Ari, e por favor, tá? Isso aí é para vocês e aproveitem essa chance. Como eu disse, é mais um diferencial, né, do nosso curso de Direito, que já tem uma excelente reputação no nosso estado, né? E agora vocês vão ter mais essa chance aí de ter esse mestrado e poder, vamos dizer, exercer a profissão nos Estados Unidos. Muitíssimo obrigado do fundo do meu coração e espero ver vocês aí no futuro e conversar com vocês mais sobre essa parceria.
Perfeito.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Monica, Margaret, Walter. It was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Bye-bye. Nice to meet you, Monica.
Nice to meet you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
O que fazer enquanto busco o tão sonhado diploma de curso superior? Passar em branco ou fazer a diferença? Viver só no seu quadrado ou explorar outros pontos de vista? Deixar que os outros falem por você ou defender o que você acredita? Esperar pelo futuro ou viver o presente ao máximo? Na PUC, você pode muito mais, porque a PUC não garante só um diploma de renome no mundo todo, mas um mundo de possibilidades ao longo da jornada. Viva a experiência de ser PUC. Escolha sua forma de ingresso e faça o seu caminho numa universidade completa, com mais de 60 anos de tradição e as melhores avaliações no MEC. PUC Goiás, uma experiência de vida.